Welcome to the greatest channel ever conceived on YouTube. I'm your host, Tyrone Magnus, and this is Magnus Answers, where the god that wields the dark Mjolnir sits upon his throne of thought to answer your question as he listens in the distance for the Magnesite March, marching forward to 1 million subscribers. Tyrone Magnus wins. Fatality. Flawless victory. Now, since finding out my Norse heritage, I have come up with a new title, which a Magnesite helped me come up with. I will henceforward be also known as the Black Viking. You understand, Magnesites? Now, this young Magnesite here has written me, and he's an introvert. He needs help. Some of y'all might say, after seeing that introduction, no, motherfucker, you need help. No, you see, because I'm crazy and I know it. I accept it. Now, this one, I can't even pronounce his name. I'm just going to call you M.O. You Mo to me now, nigga. It's entitled Too Boring to Get a Girlfriend. And this is what he says. Hey Tyrone, I'm a new subscriber and I finished college and I've never had a girlfriend. Not because I couldn't, just because I never wanted one. Girls did show interest when I was younger, but I feel like when I eventually get a girlfriend, it would not last since I'm a very boring person. You starting off bad right there because you think that you're boring, okay? You need to change that shit around, okay? He says, I'm not a loner as I'm really lively when I'm around people, but outside of university, I'm really boring to hang out with. So when you're around people, you're lively, but when you're by yourself, you're boring. Okay. Even if people invite me out, I don't bother turning up. You just said you're lively when you're around people. So why would you not show up? I'm answering your questions as I'm going along here. Okay. I'd rather be at home playing video games or watching movies than go out. I feel like since I'm like this, girls would find me too boring once they got to really know me. And the relationship wouldn't last. Would girls still want to be with me despite this? Or would I have to be the one to change? Thanks. Well, it sounds like you're a little bit introverted. Well, maybe a lot of bit introverted since you'd rather be at home playing video games and stuff. I'm part introvert. I was actually an introvert for a long time and I think I've gotten out of it, but I still have those inclinations and feelings to want to go inward, to just be away from people. Like, that's part of me. A lot of times I just don't want to be around people anymore. I just want to go home and I want to watch TV. I want to make videos or whatever. So I understand where you're coming from. But look at me. I'm somebody that used to be exactly like you. I'd rather be at home watching TV and playing video games. But there is, I'm going to kind of give you a little idea here, because there are people here on YouTube. Let me see here. I know I've seen this girl on here. I can't find it right now. But here's the point, okay? You think you're boring just because you like playing video games, and this is going to turn a girl off and she ain't going to want to play with you. Look, let me give you an example that's going to show you exactly how many people there are out there that like what you do, that have the same hobby as you. There are literally people out there that like to shit on each other and eat it. If I was into that, I literally can go find a girl that's willing to shit on me, or I can shit on her and we'll both have a good ass turd eating party, okay? How many people do you know that are into that? None, probably, okay? None. Alright? Think about how many people out there play video games. You have a very common habit. Okay? This is not something to get down about. This is something to be happy about. There are gaming communities out there. There are girls that would like to come over and play video games with you all night. And guess what? When y'all get tired of playing video games, y'all can do it. Okay? There's like a girl on YouTube called like the Gamer Girl or something like that. I've seen her on here. Right there shows, and there's other gamer girls on here. I just stumbled upon them. You know, I'm like, oh look, yeah, you know, I know not as many girls are into video games as guys, but look, man, all you need to go to is a fucking Comic-Con convention and spark up a conversation with a girl at one of your favorite booths. I mean, come on, man. It's not going to be hard for you to find a girlfriend if you go to the right places. Just think about stuff that you love and go to them places. That's it. You go into GameStop or wherever it is that you shop for video games. Don't you see girls in there sometimes? Sometimes they're working the register. And if you ever talk to any of the people in there that work in there, a lot of times they know a whole lot about video games. Right there, man. Get a girl that works at GameStop. You're gonna get all the employee discounts. You can get all the video games you want. You're not boring, but you think you're boring because you have an idea in your head of what you think is exciting. You see, it's just look. Who cares if you don't jump out of planes, go free running, do parkour, you're not an MMA fighter, you know what I mean, all the things that you think might be exciting, you're not an exquisite salsa dancer, you know what I mean, so what if you're not all this shit that you see on TV? You can still play your video games, you can still watch movies. There are plenty of girls, me and Sarah watch movies together all the time, so there's plenty of girls out there that be willing to actually watch movies with you. And guess what? I got Sarah into playing video games. She came over to my house. The first game I got her hooked on was Ninja Gaiden 2. I couldn't stop her from playing it. I come home and she'd have that zombie look, you know, while playing. Let me get my, well, I don't have it on me. She just, you ever watch some people play video games and they look in a very zombie state with their mouth hanging open just like, hey babe, hey. Like, I'm like, you're hooked. You're hooked. And then I bought Street Fighter 4 when that came out. Oh man, every time I came home, she fighting with King. Shinyuken! But she always needed me to beat certain levels for her. She never, you know. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. Look, I found a girl that's into video games, and I brought her into video games, and she was already into movies. This is not hard, okay? It's not hard. Even if you're into eating shit, you can find people online that'll eat shit with you. That shows you how easy it is for you to find a girlfriend. And when you're around people, you're lively. When you're around people, you know you're lively. So get a crew, start hanging out with a crew, and you know, hey, if you're like me, sometimes you're just like, I'm done for the night. I just want to go back home and unwind. Just go home and do that. You got it, man? All right. And as a Magnusite, I forbid you to be so down on yourself and have such low self-esteem. If you write me again on a low self-esteem issue, I will crush you with my bare hands. Do you understand? 1 million subscribers. Woo!